Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, freaking animals of all kinds, wild things, wherever you are, just fucking earthlings in general, welcome to another episode of Story Time with your guy, Kai to the O to the T. Man, you guys, do I have a story for you today? And I feel a little guilty. I feel a little guilty because today technically isn't even my day. Today is someone else's day, birthday specifically. However, their day happened to coincide with an event that was going down today at the Barclays Center in the BK. It's a SmackDown situation. So, me, I'm an old guy. I'm retired. I don't show up to live events anymore, you guys. I don't do that. That was my past when I was younger. I'm old now. I like to stay home and make puzzles and stuff. But anyway, I don't know. I guess the spirit just hit me, and I was like, you know what? I'm not really doing anything, so why not? Come on, let's go for it. So I woke up really early, and not too early, but for you guys, kind of really early. 5 o'clock in the morning, you guys. Wow, can you believe it? The sun wasn't even shining yet. We're talking vampire hours here. Not really vampire hours, but definitely twilight hours. So, it's in that medium where the mystical forces are still alive. Unicorns are flying in the sky, yada, yada, yada. So, I got up, I took a shower, I got all fresh and clean. I'm not an outcast or anything. Well, technically, yeah, but whatever. That's a different story. But, I took a shower, I put on some clothes, and, I put my gear on, and I got ready to go. And when I say gear, I'm definitely talking about the heavy arms. Yeah, man, I pulled a Trova Barton. I had the machine guns with me because, I was going to perform. That was the mission. So, before I leave, I have an addiction, you guys. I kind of have an addiction. No, I'm not talking about my wife, you guys. We took a break. I'm talking about my music addiction, you guys. I'm addicted to the music, man. Like MJ said, I'm a slave to the rhythm, man. I can't help it. I just like to play music, you guys. I'm pretty good at it. So anyway, I would have left earlier, but man, I was having so much fun playing my jams. I kind of left a little late, guilty. I left late, but anyway, I left, got on the train, had some fun, yada, yada, yada. And I got to my destination. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I was a little worried because I thought if I got a little sleepy. I took a little cat nap, and then I'm like, oh no, I thought I missed my stop, but I didn't miss my stop, you guys. I got off perfectly on time, and I went out there and I started skating, underground, in the subways because, guys, I'm a Shelly. I'm a Shelly, a hero and a half shell, so to speak. I had my shell with me. I had my machine gun with me. And I'm like, yo, I'm going to skate underground for a little. Come on, I had to. So after my subterranean adventures, I popped a few shots. I'm not going to lie. I popped a few shots. It's okay. They were all blanks. But I popped some and, I decided to ascend to the surface world. So I ascended from the underground, to the surface, and immediately the army was out there, man. And I was like, whoa, all this for me? Apparently it was all for me, you guys. Just for me. Like the commercial with the hair products. I don't use them. I'm all natural, man. Organic. But apparently, my blanks, even though they were blanks, no bullets, apparently just the sound, the ricochet Mucha lucha, you know what I'm saying? Apparently, the sound effects kind of scared some people when they had to call the fucking army. Jesus Christ. I was like, whoa, is this Grand Theft Auto 6 or something? You guys call the. How many stars is this? Is this 6 stars, 7 stars? I forget, it's been so long. But anyway, dude, the army was fucking out there, dude. They were all fatigued up. They were like fucking out there. Oh my God. And so, you know me, I never back down from a worthy fucking challenge. Jesus, so many unworthy challenges. But if you're worthy, oh, I'm gonna fucking do it, you guys. So I'm like, oh, fuck. So I immediately just zoomed straight to the army guys, you guys. And I was just like, hey, what's going on? Don't worry, you guys. I got a license for these guns. I was secretly talking, whatever. But they were cool. They were like, ha, ha, ha. And I was like, ha, ha, ha. And so we had a good laugh. Real recognizes real, you guys. So I did that. And man, let me tell you, I hopped over the barricade. Oh my God. And then it was like a giant staircase standing before me. And I'm like, holy crap, this is like Mount Kilimanjaro or something. So anyway, with the best of my abilities, I ascended the staircase. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, man, it was hard. It was real fucking hard. But I did it. So I did the staircase. Finally, I get to the top, and what do I see before me? The legendary Brooklyn Barclays Center. It was just standing there, man, and I was like, wow, I was just fucking amazed. And so I knew what I had to do. I just didn't know how I was going to do it, so I had to think and gather my thoughts. I saw that there were like a few tables right in front of the building, so I scooted on over to the tables. I took my speaker out, and I got my stuff ready, and I was like, okay, it's time to jam. So, man, I loaded up 3 of my best mixtapes. I have more, you guys. I have way more than 3, but I was like, I don't want to make too. I want to keep it humble. I want to keep it humble. I don't want to show off. So anyway, I just chose 3. I could have fucking did 100, you guys, but I did 3. For you guys, because I'm humble. So anyway, I got 3 of my most recent best mixtapes. Bam! Put it on the speaker. Bam! And I was just fucking playing it. Bam! And the crowd, they were so into it, you guys. Oh my God, everybody was like, they weren't vocally, cheering like they should have. But, if you can see, like I can see, if your eyes are in tune to the spirit within others, man, it was pandemonium, man. It was like everybody was fucking jamming on the inside. They didn't want to show it. I understand people have jobs and stuff. You can't like rock when your boss is like standing there looking at you. I get it, man. I get it totally. I've been there before. But anyway, dude, everybody was fucking spiritually, dude. I'm saying like deep down in your spirit, dude. Everybody was fucking jamming. So after that, I decided, all right, that was fun, but I gotta take it up a step. I gotta take it up a step notch, a little higher. I gotta turn it up a little higher. But I knew it wasn't the time. I had to wait for it, you guys. I had to wait. And so I decided, I'm not like a person that just sits on their ass all day and does nothing. How some people, they just sit at a desk all day and they don't really do anything. They just sit at a desk all day. Yakety, yakety, yak. Oh my God. I'm not one of those guys, you guys. I'm more of an active person. And I knew I had to wait before I did my second set. But, I knew I had to do something, so I decided, you know what? Let me go shopping, because I saw some of my favorite stores were in the area, which is great, man. There's a fucking Target, a Marshalls, a fucking DSW, man. Oh my God, a freaking, Dave and Buster's. Do you know how long it's been since I've seen a Dave and Buster's? It's been like almost way too fucking long. So I knew, all right, I'm gonna do some shopping. I'll come back to my second set, right? So I crossed the street, and guys, let me tell you, this was no ordinary street. I could have died crossing the street. Oh my god, this street was so big, you guys. It was way bigger than a normal street. There was like 4 or 5 lines or so. It was crazy. So anyway, I survived. I survived that. I crossed the street. Man, the first store I went into was Target. You guys know I'm a card-carrying member of Club Target. You know the #1 Target in the world right now. In the world, you guys. In the world, I'm #1 Ichiban. So you know I had to make an appearance. I had to. So anyway, I went into Target, and as soon as I get in the Target, man, I get in the fucking elevator. I get out of the elevator. As soon as I get out of the elevator, holy smokes, fuck. Some guy was causing such a ruckus. I don't know what the commotion was about, but he was like fucking being, I don't know. He was just yelling at the top of his lungs. I don't want to repeat the things that he was saying because honestly, it's not PG-13. I don't condone any of that. I have no idea what the situation was, but I had nothing to do with it. Nothing. Seriously, you guys, I had no idea who that guy was. But anyway, that was going on, and the cops were there, and the security guard was there, and they were trying to get that under control. And you know me, guys, I had to make some jokes. So I went up to all the employees that I could find that seemed pretty cool. You gotta read the crowd. You gotta read the crowd. So I went up to all the cool kids, and I was like, hey, you guys, glad I brought my heat today because it seems like things are spicy. Is it like this here every day? And everybody was laughing at the jokes. They're like, haha, I get it. You're pretty good. I'm like, thanks. You're cool too. It was a BK thing. You had to be there. So after I told some jokes, I found a car because you guys know I like to drive, and it's not really a true Target shopping experience if you're not in the wheel, behind a motorized vehicle. So I found one of the motorized, buggies, put my stuff in, and just driving around. There's no Miss Daisy, but I was just driving around, blah 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 blah. Had fun with that. Went up to the second floor. Had to leave the car. Not a big deal. Skating around, yada yada yada. Played some Bop It. I could have got the high score. The high score was only 100. You guys, if you guys know me and you follow my freaking Bop It adventures, I've scored way higher than 100 before. But, I got to 90, and I was like, that's good enough. I'm not trying to break any records today, you guys. I was keeping it humble for your sake, not mine, for you. I wasn't trying to break any spirits, you guys. I just wanted to have some fun. So, I freaking finished Bop It. I got a shopping cart, and I was just like, wow, there's so many cool things. I gathered a few trinkets, some stuff that some stuff that I liked. There was a steel chair. I put that in there. What else? There was some other things I can't really remember, but I really liked the steel chair, you guys. It was really nice. Oh my God. Oh man. I love those steel chairs. So anyway, I take all the stuff, right, that I wanted to get, and I get in line. Oh, man, I get in line. I meet this cool guy. I don't know what his name is or anything. Never saw him before in my life. But we had a conversation. I don't remember what the fuck we were I don't remember, honestly. I don't remember what we were talking about. But it was a cool conversation. I was like, yo, man, you're cool. And he was like, yeah, you're cool too. And I was like, awesome, man. We're fucking just two cool guys just doing it right now. So anyway, I got up to the fucking register. And the lady, oh man, let me tell you, she was kind of on some bullshit, man. She was kind of giving me some attitude. And while she was giving me attitude, I was trying to tell her, like, hey, I don't have any money to buy this stuff. I'm just trying to give it back to you guys. But anyway, she couldn't hear me because she was so deep in her fucking blah, 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 blah. So she started ringing up all the items, everything. And she got to the final item, and she was like, okay, yeah, it's gonna be like fucking 60 something dollars. And I was like, hey, lady, I was trying to tell you this earlier, but I don't exactly have money to pay for this. I'm not trying to pay for this stuff. I just wanted to give it back to you guys. Man, she was pissed because she rung up all that stuff for nothing. Anyway, it was funny, but I got out of there, right? And I'm like, all right, I still got some time left. What am I going to do? I'm definitely going to Marshall's, man. You know I got to go to Marshall's, go to the toy section, see what kind of toys is going on. So I do that, right? But before I do that, I decided to go to Dave and Buster's. You know, I'll be honest, I tried to get into Marshall's with security. They were like, hey, man, you can't come in here with those skates. Man, you know, it's like 2024. 2024, you guys, we're living in the year 2024. We're in the fucking space age, the future, man. We are in the fucking future. And still, to this day, my people, the freaking skaters of America, are not allowed to, you know, go into stores with our skates on. What is this? What is this country coming to, you guys? America, what's going on? You know what's happening here. What's happening here? You know, anyway, I was like, all right, you guys, not a big deal. I went into Dave and Buster's because I'm like, I know Dave and Buster's can't kick me out. Dude, it's an arcade. And you know, skates, arcade, they go together like peanut butter and jelly. You know what I'm saying? If any of you guys were alive in the fucking 90s, you know what I'm talking about. Skates, arcades, it's a fucking thing. The only thing else you need is some wood. Hardwood, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. So yada, yada, yada. I go into fucking Dave and Buster's and it must have been synchronicity or whatever. It must have been a miracle because the first fucking machine that I saw, Galaga, not only Galaga, but Galaga and Pac-Man together at the same time. What a fusion dance, you guys. What a fusion dance. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, it's crazy. Anyway, I was like, okay, whatever. I just went around to see what else was going on. You know, there were some car machines, and then I started to think, you know what? Somebody's day is today. Somebody's special day is today. It's not mine. It's someone else's. And, you know, I thought to myself, what a nice picture this would be if I took a picture next to this car, because I'm a great driver. And, I was like, oh, I'll take a picture. I'll send it as a birthday gift. I forgot to tell you, that was like part 2 of my birthday gift. The first part was like a phone call, you know, just to, hey, what's going on? You know, yada, 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 yada. I don't want to get too deep into it, but basically I was just thanking someone for being good at music because they were good at music. I'm good at music, but I'm better. It's not a big deal, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta thank the people that came before you. They walked so that I could fly. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta give thanks. So anyway, I did that. I got out of Dave and Buster's. I came too early, you guys. I literally came too early. It happens, you know. It's not a big deal. Sometimes you come too early. It's okay. It's nobody's fault. That's just life, you guys. It's not a big deal. Calm down. Wow. It's really not a big deal. So yes, I admit I came too early, and I was like, all right, you guys, I came too early. Gotta get out of here, you know, yada, yada, yada. Maybe I'll come back later. I never did. So anyway, I got the fuck out of there, and then, you know, I passed by an Old Navy, and I wasn't even trying to go to Old Navy because Old Navy today is not like the Old Navy from back in my day. Back in my day, you could go to Old Navy, find a nice pair of cargo pants with the big pockets for like $10, maybe $15. You know what I'm saying? These days, they're fucking trying to charge you like $50 for a pair of pants. So I didn't even try to go into Old Navy. I knew they were going to be on some bullshit. So I'm skating past the Old Navy, and the security guard at the Old Navy, she gives me like this look like, oh, you can't come in here. But I'm like, lady, I didn't even want to go. But thanks for the, you know, forewarning or whatever. So I knew, all right, Marshall's, they're on some bullshit. Old Navy definitely on some bullshit. And I knew TJ, whatever the third store I was in. I can't remember the name. Another general. It might have been TJ Maxx. Not sure. But I knew, all right, man, they're probably going to be on that bullshit. So whatever, let me just Metal Gear my way through it. So, man, I had to summon all my fucking Raiden powers, like Raiden. You remember Raiden? I was like ninja mode Raiden. So I was like, all right, honestly, you guys, I didn't know what was going to happen. It was so dangerous because my life could have ended. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you go in the wrong store with your skates on and then security's like, bang, bang, bang. And you're like, oh no, I'm dead now. You know what I'm saying? My life was literally at stake, you guys. So I didn't know. I had to take the risk. I had to be courageous. I had to be brave. So using all of my fucking ninja skills, you guys, all of my Metal Gear skills, you guys, I rose to the challenge. I got in there. I didn't take any shit. People tried to talk to me. I was like, whatever. And I just, fucking did it. And then, I was looking for the toys. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to see some toys. But I didn't know where the toys were. And so I was skating around. And, it was pretty fun, you guys. But I think people noticed that I was having too much fun. And you know what happens when you have too much fun? The fun police come after you. I'm not talking about New York's finest. I'm talking about those other lames. Let me tell you the difference. Okay, there's two types of police. There's New York's finest, which is the NYPD. Those guys are pretty cool. I'm not trying to get into a deep dive. I'm not saying they're like angels or anything, yada, yada, yada. But I'm just saying they have treated me pretty well in comparison to other police officers in other states. Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? You probably don't. If you've been here your entire life, if, you gotta travel to understand what I'm saying. So anyway, yeah, man, NYPD, they've been pretty good to me. But the other fun police, Jesus Christ, these guys are assholes. So anyway, I'm looking for the toys. I can't find the toys. I'm having fun, though. I'm having fun on the journey, you guys. I'm just having so much fun. But I noticed I was having too much fun, and I saw, like, the fuzz was coming after me, and I'm like, oh, shit. I fucking gotta do something, And I knew they were gonna be like, oh, you can't have on skates. You gotta have shoes. But I didn't have shoes. So I had to find the shoes, dude. It was like the greatest espionage episode ever. I had to sneak around to find the shoe section, and they were after me, man. They were after me. So I was like, zoom, but they weren't quick enough. Do you know why? Because they didn't have fucking skates on. They still had shoes. And any skater will tell you a person with shoes will never, ever, ever beat a person with skates. Why would you even try? You just look stupid. Anyway, I'm just saying, you guys, if you have on shoes, never, ever, ever try to step to a skater in a speed competition. You're just gonna look dumb, okay? That's why skates were invented. Duh! So anyway, I'm zooming past everybody. I find the shoes, man. It was like a video game, when you're trying to beat the level and you gotta find that one special item to do it. And I found the item, man. Oh my God, it was crazy. And this must have been a miracle. This must have been synchronicity or something. And I didn't even notice until after the fact. But the shoes that I just randomly picked up, they were a pair of Pumas. Wow, man. I like my Pumas. Anyway, so I got those and I'm like, haha, security, fun police. You can't say shit to me now. I got my shoes. What are you going to take? You going to tell me to take my skates off? Bada bing, bada boom. I got shoes. I didn't even buy these shoes, but I will fucking wear them. I will fucking wear the fuck out of these shoes that I did not pay for in your store. Yada, yada, yada. Luckily, it didn't come to that, you guys, because I found the toy section. I was looking at the guns mostly. There was a baby, though. There was a cute little baby in the toy section. It was like one of those motion censored activated babies, and it just started crying. And I'm like, whoa, whose baby is this? Basically, I think the baby was trying to tell me that he wanted to come home with me. But I was like, sorry, baby, not today, not today. So anyway, I did that, and then, I ran into security again, but I had my shoes, so I wasn't afraid. And so, I just strolled up to security and I was like, hey, you guys, what's going on? We had a fucking conversation. We had a heart to heart, you guys. We had a heart to heart. We started talking about shoes. I was like, hey, what kind of shoes do you guys wear? I'm trying to get shoes like you guys because, you guys have the cool shoes. So we had a nice fucking conversation about shoes. And you know what, guys? After the conversation, I realized, hey, man, this security guy isn't so bad. I don't know what the big deal was. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I learned well, I didn't learn. I already fucking knew this, but I think other people learned. You gotta talk to people if you want to come to a fucking peaceful. You gotta just talk to them. So anyway, we did all that, and then I got out of there, and then, after peacefully coexisting with the security section and the TJ Maxx, I decided to go back to the store that the other security guard banned me from earlier in today, which I believe was a Marshalls or something, because my fear was over with at that point. I'm like, all right, I think I proved my point, and sure enough, there was no security. I guess they got the fucking memo, because I just went in there, unopposed. So I did my thing. I just went in there. I looked at some toys. It wasn't a big deal. And then I left, I'll be honest. Some people were trying to mean mug me, so I mean mugged them back. That's all. There was no physicality. It was just a lot of eye action, you guys. A lot of looking. That's all. A lot of looking. It's not illegal to look, you guys. It's okay. You can look at other people. It's totally cool. And it's like there's different levels of looking. There's like glancing, there's looking, there's like fucking oogling. I wasn't oogling, Yeah, it was just whatever. And so anyway, I left, and after that, I knew it was time for my second set. So I already knew what I was going to do, you guys. I already had it in mind. I just wasn't ready the first time, but then I was definitely ready this time. So basically, I played the same fucking mixtapes that I played the first time, except this time, I took it to the extreme. ECW, brother, yeah! I didn't have any fucking tables or anything. I didn't have any fucking kerosene or flaming, like, yada, yada, yadas, none of that. No light bulbs, fucking fluorescent, blah, blah, blahs, it was just me, my skates, and the music, man. Me, my skates, and the music. Me, my skates, the music. So basically, I noticed that the Barclays Center is really just one giant ship. Earlier when I was in the fucking TJ Maxx, I looked outside the window and, because I was elevated, I was on a higher ground. How you say the high ground that Obi-Wan Kenobi once referred to. That's where I was at. So when I was on the high ground, I saw that the Barclays Center was a giant fucking ship. I never knew that before. I would have never known that had I not gone to the high ground. Thanks, Obi-Wan. So anyway, I was like, wow, that's pretty amazing. It's a giant ship. I'm a sea man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a sea man. It's a ship. It was like destiny, you guys. It was fucking destiny for me to do this shit. So anyway, I fucking skated all around the Barclays Center, like multiple times, playing my mixtapes. I forgot how many times. I think, it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a lot of times, maybe 3 or 4. And yeah, man, it was pretty awesome, man. It was like I got my cardio in for the day. I got my music in for the day. Everybody heard it, dude. Everybody was jamming, on the inside. Oh my God, it was crazy. It was fucking crazy, you guys. everybody was feeling that shit, and it was like the type that I told you about earlier, where everybody wanted to just but they couldn't really do it because they were working. Their supervisors were there, their bosses was there, so it's like one of those things where like, oh man, I really want to do this, but I can't because I'm kind of shackled at the moment. I totally get it. I totally understand. I'm not fucking busting anybody's chops, dude. I get it, bro. It's cool, man. But the important thing is they felt it. I felt it. It was real. I was real. They were kind of real. They were as real as they could be. It was totally cool, man. I left some business cards where the business cards were supposed to be, yada, yada, yada. Got the fuck out, Played my shit, got the fuck out. Because that's what a ninja does, A ninja never overstays their welcome. So I descended back to the underground, and I was trying to get out, but honestly, guys, I just couldn't afford to leave. I didn't have the moolah, the money. I couldn't do it, so I asked, the nice guards who were on duty at the time. I was like, hey, you guys, trying to get out of here. Mind opening the door. They were like, sorry, bro, we can't do it. I'm like, oh, your boss must be here. I get it, man. So I went to the other end of the platform. I asked the MTA lady. She was like, sorry, man, can't let you through. I was like, fuck. I think one of the police officers, they were like, hey, maybe you should ask someone. Maybe they'll let you through. And I'm like, come on, you guys. These people aren't going to let me through willingly. I'm the number one rudo in the city. They're not going to do that. So anyway, I was like, cool, I guess I'm stuck here. I guess you're stuck here with me, you guys, whatever, that if that's what you really want, okay. But luckily for everyone, a nice lady just happened to be there at the right place at the right time, and she went through the gate. I kind of went through after her, and I was like, hey, I'm with her. I really wasn't, but come on, what are you just gonna make me stay there all night? Come on, you guys, that's not realistic. Anyway, I got the fuck out. And, I took the scenic route home. I could have just went straight home, but I was like, let me take my time. Yeah. And, as always, when you take the scenic route, you see a lot of beautiful things. I'm not saying any names, you guys, but I'm just saying I saw a lot of cool people. Oh my God, you guys. Oh, wow. Oh. So anyway, that happened, and then I came home, and that was it. So that was my fucking day. What about yours? What did you do today? Did you maximize your minutes? I definitely did. Oh, wait, hold on. I almost forgot. Yeah, dude. After I got home, I told everybody that was worth telling what I fucking did, man. I went on the internet, the information superhighway, the matrix, if you will, and I was like, you guys, guess what I did today? Dude, I told all the homies that I skated around the Barclays Center. I got some homies that are gonna show up to the SmackDown show later on tonight. I was like, bro, I was there earlier. I fucking warmed it up for you guys. It's your turn now. I made it hot like I do. Not a big deal. Being humble. Okay. So anyway, I told the homies what I did, and then I told the fucking sports entertainers what I did. I was like, hey, fucking Nala, I don't want to say any names, you guys. But I was like, hey, Nala, I took your advice from NXT last week, or was it this week? I think it was this week, whatever this Tuesday was. And, Nala was like, hey, man, sometimes in life you gotta be aggressive. Sometimes you just gotta take what you want and yada, yada, yada. And honestly, you guys, that's not really my style. I'm really low-key, laid back, you know what I'm saying? Low-key, laid back, with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. But, I decided to take Nala's advice for once. And I was like, okay, Nala, if that's what you want, I'll take it. And so I fucking took it. And let me tell you, you guys, It was fucking wonderful. It was actually a pretty good, wholesome experience. I'm glad I did it. So anyway, I hope everybody got the message that I sent out. They probably won't respond, but hopefully they see it. Hopefully the people see it. Someone's gonna see it, dude. Someone's gonna see it. So anyway, as long as you see it, that's cool with me. I'm satisfied. Anyway, that's the end of my story. If any of you guys are having birthdays out there, happy birthday! I did it big. Anyway, I hope you do it big too. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bang. And like I told the nice man on the train on the way back home, 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 for the Rudos. Let's go, go, go! Bang, 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 bang! Machine gun fire.